Hi, you're watching Wolfboro Community Television, the small TV station with a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not wearing red today, so let's see that heart.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
Better late than never, right? You're watching Around the Town, and with me is Megan.
That would be me.
Yes.
Speaking of somebody else, though, I don't know if you knew this or not, but, I mean, obviously, the town of Wolfboro is full with some amazing artists. One in particular, who is a young and up-and-coming, I would call her, is Miss Emily Marsh.
Oh.
And she actually went through this whole process of creating a Kickstarter campaign to create a Nouveau New Hampshire 2016 calendar.
So who's this new and upcomer?
Well, she's been a resident of Wolfboro her whole life. She grew up in Wolfboro, so very local, I will tell you. She's been on display in a bunch of various places, the art place being one of them. But right now, she has a little bit of an art show going on at the Wolfboro Public Library, which is on display for the whole month of February. So I took a drive out to Emily's studio to kind of check out what she was doing and where she works. I know, right? And I also incorporated some pictures from her calendar as well, which are on display at the Wolfboro Public Library if you want to go check them out in person, because I didn't do them justice. She has some beautiful art, including one particular piece that I absolutely loved, and it was funny when I was talking with her, I asked her, what, if you could pick one picture that would like represent what you're doing right now, like what would it be? And she actually picked out the same picture that I did, which is this one that we'll show you right now. But I also, got some footage of her actually working on a project called The Month of Love. So she did A Month of Fear back in October for Halloween style, and right now, it being February, she's working on A Month of Love, so it's a whole bunch of art challenges that she has to
Perfect
meet.
for February.
Yeah, right? So, let's check out Emily. Yeah, she's got some beautiful stuff, and obviously you can take a peek at her website. From what I understand, calendars are going relatively quickly, so what a neat and exciting thing to do to have done the artwork, and it was really a challenge for her, learning the style and how to format it and all of those sorts of things like that. So not only was she able to get the support to be able to create the calendar to put back into the world, but it was a really great learning experience for her as well. So I come full circle. Yep.
That's a shape.
Yeah. Wow. Good. That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and you're watching Tips for Healthy Living. Since Valentine's Day is right around the corner and February is the month of love, our topic this week is, does Mr. or Mrs. Right really exist? Find out why the notion of Mr. Right is wreaking havoc on some people's love lives, as well as the role TV and movies play in it. Sorry folks, but Mr. or Mrs. Right is just not real. They're not real. That's the message from Dr. Psychologist Jennifer Tates. She says while most men and women do eventually outgrow the fantasy of finding the perfect mate, some are still obsessed with it. In fact, a new study shows that even some married women are still waiting for their prince to come. That's because married women who buy into the fake relationships they see on TV or in movies tend to be less committed and less satisfied in their real relationships. This includes men too. And Dr. Tate says modern dating websites are making the problem even more worse. Because when we fill out a checklist of the qualities we're looking for in the ideal partner, that sets us up to expect that someone will eventually have all of those qualities. And that's why so many people feel like they're settling in their relationships. Because unless they're dating a person who checks off all the boxes, then women think, I can do better. But Dr. Tate says holding out for the perfect guy is really just an excuse to avoid intimacy because successful relationships aren't supposed to be perfect. Let me say that again. Relationships are not supposed to be perfect. They require vulnerability and giving up control. And by telling yourself that a guy isn't good enough, our experts say you're really just giving yourself an excuse to stop trying. And by the way, for those who still believe that TV relationships are happier, there's something to consider. Out of 24 couples who met on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, only 3 of them are still together. Sorry if this felt a little one-sided, but there's more data on women on this topic than there was on men. However, men also have a tendency to think there's a perfect woman out there too. So don't go leaving that special person who had 80% of what you were looking for a person who has 20% you feel is missing. Because most likely that 20% person will be lacking that 80% that you had before. Do the math, folks. 80% is better than 20. I hope you found this helpful, and thanks for watching Tips for Healthy Living. I'm Ryan. See you next time.
So they don't?
No.
No. It's all cooked up in our brains, is that it?
It's all just TV and movies and Nora Roberts and all that.
Hallmark and...
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't exist. Because relationships are not perfect. That's what you need to keep in mind.
Okay.
They're hard work, like anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. So is this going to be like a continuing series for the month, or
Yeah,
was
it's the
that
month of
is that
love.
it? Boom, we just blew that. Is there a Mr. and Mrs. right out of the water and done?
Oh, you'll have to keep watching and find out. But
Okay.
there'll be a theme.
All right. I mean, I kind of have to be here every week, so
Yeah.
I'll just go along for the ride.
Sounds good. This workout, I'm going with a little, because it's February,
Right.
and the month of love,
Yeah. He's
so
just
it's a little play
dripping.
on words.
Right.
It's going to be a workout for your, it's great for wrestlers or combat athletes or whatever like that. But you're wrestling with love. Just keep that in mind. Wrestling with love.
All right.
Herbalife Wellness Coach Ryan here. Today we're going to talk about and show you hip switches, hip outs, and kick outs. The first one I'm going to show you is the hip switch. This is great for wrestlers, combat athletes, anyone needing strong hip power or for fitness in general. So you're going to get in a crouch here. You see with your arms shoulder length width apart. Your feet are generally close together, like on the tips of your toes. And then you're going to make the sides of your hips hit the ground, and then you're going to do it faster and faster. You start with 10. Here's another view of it. So that your hips are touching flush to the ground, and then you switch. These are great for the hips, the core, and your shoulders. Next, I'm going to show you hip outs, also known as kick outs. So opposite leg, opposite arm. You're going to get in the same stance, and make sure you pull your elbow in. Make sure you have enough space to do this too. This you want to start out slow. If you're a new beginner, you can drag your foot, like I was doing just there, dragging your foot a little bit on the mat. But the perfect formation would be to never let your foot touch the ground. So once you get more comfortable with it, don't let your foot touch the ground or your hip, and then you're just going to swing out. And these are great for, just switching up the monotony of other exercises, and they're fun. Make sure your hips are off the ground and you're mainly balanced from an opposite hand, opposite foot standpoint with the foot that is kicked out. Like I said, beginners can drag foot, but work towards keeping that foot off the ground. And that is hip switches, hip outs, and kick outs. See you next time.
So yeah, those are hip outs and kick outs, and they have lots of different names for them. So I was trying to list all the names for them, so when you look them up or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So
Right.
you're not like, wait, that wasn't what that was called. So that's why that's there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we went from the quads up to the hips, and it works the shoulders and the core,
Okay.
and those are sexy muscles.
Good to know.
Yep.
All right. We gotta go find them, apparently. So, one of the things coming up in Wolfboro, and actually even more local to the school, which I don't know if you knew this or not, but the television station is actually located in the school. So we do lots of stuff with the school programs here. But the Lakes Region Technology Center has their Career and Technology Week coming up this week, February 8th through the 12th. So, and coming up on the 9th, it's Career Day and program activity exhibits from 8 to 11 a.m. So, not for nothing, but you might want to, like, come check it out, because there might be 2 people hanging out there from 8 to 11, maybe having some fun with the studio gear to show you some of the things that can happen when you get into television.
She's talking
at
about
our
us.
level. I am? I don't know. I'm just reading what the cue card says. Anyway, coming up on the 10th, they have the college fair. Very important for those juniors, even sophomores who are starting to think about where they want to go and what they want to do after high school is over, obviously. So college fair is always a good time. Usually some good schools visit. And then the 11th is the Tech Fest Valentine's Day dinner. So you're going to want to make reservations for this because this menu is off the hook.
Yes. Let me read you the menu here. First of all, just to get this stuff out of the way, it's $25 per person, so it's not really bad for Valentine's dinner if you think about it. Yeah,
that's a nice meal.
it's going to be at the Skylight Diner, like she said. As hors d'oeuvres begin at 5:30 p.m. and the first course begins promptly at 6 p.m.
Promptly.
And here is what you will get.
Okay.
The first course: cream of tomato soup / micro grilled cheese garnish.
Oh,
Sounds great. doesn't
oh,
it?
I bet it's like little
Little
mini
comfort
grilled
foods.
cheeses.
Yeah.
And a tomato
Yes.
soup. It's a great winter food too.
Yes. Next course:
Mhm.
lobster ravioli,
Ooh.
baby corn, roasted red pepper in a butter sauce.
Ooh.
Right.
Decadent.
I mean, I just ate lunch and I'm like getting hungry already.
Right.
So the third course, which is also known as, like a dessert or just anyways, I'll just read this. Raspberry sorbet.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yes. There's 2 more courses. If you thought that was
enough. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm full already. But
Fourth
go ahead.
course, seared beef tenderloin in a red wine demi served with daffodil. Daphne.
Potato.
I got that. Daphne potato. Maybe. Yes. And the fifth course is a decadent chocolate strawberry cheesecake.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
For $25 a person. And you get to support the culinary students here at the Skylight Dining Room and the Technology Center here at the school. So that is a win-win-win all the way around.
Yeah, and you're going to want to get them fast because there's only 60 tickets sold. So
Okay.
Only
Or
60 tickets out there.
Available. You mean.
Available,
They haven't
yes.
been sold yet, but
Right.
they're available.
They're limited.
So be sure you get your reservations for that. And then on the 12th, we're back to the whole Career and Technology Week, is the ice cream social from 12:30 to 1:30. So program participants and all of that type of thing can partake in some ice cream. So I know what I'm doing on the 12th.
Yeah.
I never have ice cream.
No?
No. I'm
Get
too
her
busy.
some ice cream.
Right. So.
One of the
Yeah,
interns running around.
great-
Get her some ice cream.
Great way to support, the technology center here and be a participant in all the great things that they're doing here at the school. Like I said, we will be there on the 9th from 8 to 11 participating in the career day. I've even picked out my outfit. So,
Is that
Mhm. No.
Oh.
it's not it.
it?
Jeez, why would I give it away now?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Hot Pocket time. So, sports this week. February 9th, Kingswood girls basketball versus Milford at 6:30 p.m. February 10th, Brewster girls basketball will be playing Cushing at 4:30 p.m. Once again with interesting names.
Right.
Kingswood girls hockey versus Bishop Brady at 7 p.m. And February 11th, Brewster boys basketball versus New Hampton at 6 p.m. February 12th, we have Kingswood girls basketball versus Handover at 6:30 p.m. And February 13th, Brewster girls basketball versus Dublin at 2:30 p.m.
It's definitely a female-heavy week. Did you catch that? We've got
I didn't.
we've got girls hockey, we've got girls basketball, both Brewster and Kingswood. So power to the she. There is what I
Yeah.
have to say. So
Sports are sports to me. It doesn't really matter who's playing, but it's very
I
entertaining.
just hey, girl power.
Yes.
I'm all about the girl power. You know that.
At least now I know you're paying attention, though. So that's good. You were
Yeah.
listening to what I said.
Yes,
That's great.
yes, I do.
That's
I
great.
do try to
Awesome.
participate, even though sports. I don't really speak sports.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes
I speak
sometimes
wins
you get
and
there.
loses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I speak football.
She speaks football.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I like hockey.
Do you know who's in the Super Bowl this coming up?
I believe the Broncos and the Panthers.
There you go. Get her some ice cream again.
And at this point, at time of filming, obviously we don't know who won. So,
Right.
Who are you rooting for?
Love or hate him, I'm kind of hoping Manning gets a win just because
Yeah.
it's probably his last season. And Cam Newton's kind of one of those people that rub you the wrong way. He's just
Right.
all about himself, and that's not really my thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
You don't
I think the Panthers are going to sweep
Yeah.
Yep.
Most likely they will, but I'm hoping that
the other way.
yes.
Yeah.
My black cat is
You are
very much a Panthers fan.
You are true. You are the true underdog supporter.
Yeah.
I mean, all your teams, they
What
try.
do you, I'm not all. Anyways, that's a show for next time. Any shout-outs?
Yes. February 9th is the New Hampshire primary. First in the nation to vote. The Iowa caucuses are out of the way. There was just no way I was ever going to get that word right. Anyway.
I was waiting for that. The beep.
Yeah.
That was very close.
New Hampshire primary day. So be sure that you make sure that you vote. Have your driver's license, all the important things that you need. Make sure you're a registered voter, and get out and vote. So important, always, 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 to get out and
Yes.
exercise your right to vote.
Yes.
And don't forget, Sunday the 14th, Valentine's Day.
Oh,
So, yes, exactly. Big heart all the way. So you need to be thinking about what you want to do for your loved ones
yes.
for Valentine's Day.
But don't
Do you
just
know what
wait
you're
to
doing?
that day. I mean, make it
No, well, this is where
every day.
we're giving them a whole week.
Yes.
Right. So, do you know what you're doing?
Fancy dinner / picnicky thing via Skype.
I was like, what? Wow! That's huge.
Yeah.
Are you going to take your iPad to a mountaintop? Or
I don't know. It's kind of cold up there. I think I'm Mount Washington.
right?
But I do have shout-outs.
Okay.
I want to thank Rusty, one of our custodians here. He was a huge help
yes.
with the deliberative session, making sure he dropped everything at a blink
Big
of an eye
TV station heart for
to
you.
come and check and make sure we were still on the air.
Yep.
I also want to thank Sarah and Brian, also custodians, for their humor and trying to find our set.
Yeah. Yes. They were sort of like mini investigators. They truly were.
Yes.
So the mystery continues. Where is our set?
Yes.
Where do we film this show?
Mm. And another shout out, if that wasn't enough, I want to thank all the students in the custodial arts. I want to thank all the students in the culinary arts that helped out,
custodial arts.
that helped out in our annual meeting a few days ago. Thank you so much. The omelets were delicious.
Yes, they
Thank
were
you.
indeed. Yes,
Pat
and
Chef,
we also
awesome.
we also had a very successful annual meeting. So thank you to all who attended that. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to another exciting year.
So back to the gushy
Maybe
stuff.
you'll figure out
Well, that
where our
was kinda
set
gushy.
is.
That was kind of gushy. I was
It was a
spreading the
little warm
love.
and fuzzy. Yeah.
Thank you. We love you. Happy Valentine's Day. Stay classy.
What he said.